Hello and welcome to the morning sports briefing here on Monday, the 17th of May. Hi, I'm Paul. I'll be your host this morning in the news today. I'll bring you up to speed with the NRL, and I've got a report from Richie from the Standoff Show. Also, the A-League, where we have a report from Connor from the Nixon newsletter as well. We've got signings in the rugby, obviously basketball action, both in the NBA, the NBL, and the Sal's NBL. It was the first big general classification stage of the Giro d'Italia, and we've also got netball action and IndyCar action as well. And it was also the Chatham Cup and the Kate Shepherd Cup that both kicked off this weekend. So this is your best way to start the day up to speed with all of the important sports news, and kicking off with the football. And as I say, it was the Chatham Cup and the Kate Shepherd Cup. I got down to Papamoa for the Kate Shepherd Cup there, their game against Central United, which they won 3-0. So thank you very much to their hospitality. You can catch my post-match interviews and a chat with their president about how the club is going, all on the New Zealand Sport Radio Facebook page. A couple of big results in the Kate Shepherd Cup, with Dunedin Technical Association winning 9-0 over Roslyn Wakari Association. Wellington United beating Kapiti Coast 8-0. Universities down 1-8 by Coastal Spirit as well. New Plymouth Rangers also picks up an 8-0 victory over Massey University. It's picking out the bigger games here. Huntley Thistle Association were beaten 8-0 by Rotorua United Association as well. And Otago University picks up a 7-0 win over Southland United. So some big victories in the opening round, and which is a great competition because you get to play other teams that you would never come across otherwise. And yes, there will be a few where the top teams will meet up against the minnow and get those wins. But you never know; those minnows do get can have their day, as we've seen in the FA Cup over in England. I'm sure the boys on the Nixon newsletter on Wednesday will have much more to say on those two cups. Over in the A-League then, and we had 3 games yesterday. Adelaide United beat Brisbane Roar 1-0. Perth Glory got a big victory over Western Sydney Wanderers 5-1 in that one. The Wellington Phoenix took on Melbourne City, the table toppers, the runaway table toppers there. And let's get our report from Connor to take us through that game.
For the Phoenix against league leaders Melbourne City, a result which shows that the Phoenix are much better than their table position suggests. Tomi Hemed scored from the penalty spot to give the Phoenix the lead. Melbourne City hit back through Subaki and Jamie McLaren in the second half. Jamie McLaren and Noon were both rested for the start, but then were both thrown on late when the Phoenix had the upper hand. And then Hemed rescued a point for the Phoenix late on with a well-taken finish. It could have been either way. I mean, Melbourne City hit the post. There are a couple of close chances for the Phoenix as well, so it could have gone either way. But I think a 2-2 draw is a fair result. The Phoenix still in the hunt for playoffs, they need to win both of their home games. And if they can win or draw the other game, they should hopefully go through, but will need other results to go their way as well.
Absolutely, and so the Phoenix now are 3 points off the finals, in 8th place. Brisbane Roar holding the last one of those finals place on 31 points. Wellington Phoenix on 28. Melbourne City, as I say, still clear at the top there, ahead of Central Coast, Sydney FC, Adelaide United, and Macarthur FC, the remaining, along with Brisbane Roar, the remaining playoff places in that one. Moving on to the cycling then, and in the cycling, it was the first day of real shake-up for the general classification. We saw now why the English Grenadiers have been feeling strong and have been taking on the race a lot over the last week. And today, Egan Bernal, their leader, did not let them down He went soloed off to win the stage and take the leader's jersey as well. He now leads the leader's jersey by 15 points ahead of Remnico Evenepoel. Attila Volta, the previous holder, has slipped back to fifth. Good days out for Ciccone from Trek Segafredo and Alexander Vlasov from Astana Premier Tech, as they were only 7 seconds behind Egan Bernal. Vlasov up into third and Ciccone into fourth there. A worrying day, though, unfortunately, for previous stage winner. I've lost Mihorik, who went over his handlebars and snaps the front fork. He had to, whilst he did be able to stand afterwards, he was taken off the race in a neck brace in an ambulance with the concussion protocols. So Mihorik from Bahrain victorious, who already lost their leader, Mikel Landa, in a crash on stage 4. It's a tough old tour for them, and we wish him all of the best in a healthy, quick return to cycling. Moving on then to the basketball, and over in the NBA, we're into the final round of games. They're live right now. We have 4 games live with the Wizards taking on the Hornets, the Knicks against Celtics, Raptors, Pacers, and the Spurs, Suns. It's the final round of the regular season. We had 6 games that were live yesterday. A couple of key results from there. The Bucks beat the Heat 122 to 108. The Celtics saw off the Timberwolves 124 to 108. And we saw the Lakers beat the Pacers 122 to 115. In the tables now then, and I think it's pretty much all decided in the Eastern Conference. Maybe a couple of seeding changes, but the 76ers at the top there ahead of the Nets and the Bucks. The Knicks, Hawks, and Heats have all clinched playoff positions. The play-in positions, which where the 4 teams will fight it out for the last 2 places, the Celtics, Hornets, Wizards, and Pacers will fight it out for the last 2 playoff positions. Sorry, finals positions. Over on the Western side, and there's still a little bit more to be decided. The top 5 there, the Jazz, Suns, Nuggets, Clippers, and Mavericks have all got themselves playoff positions. The Trailblazers and Lakers fighting it out for that final place. The one that doesn't make it will join the Warriors, Grizzlies, and Spurs in the play-in positions. Pelicans missed out on the playoffs this year. Moving on then to the NBL. And 2 games yesterday as the Kings beat the 36ers 85 to 75. And Melbourne United were downed by Southeast Melbourne Phoenix 94 to 83. Big good win there for Southeast Melbourne Phoenix with beating the top of the table side. Season up into 3rd place with the Wildcats in 2nd. Over in the Sal's NBL, and sorry, just refreshing the page here and checking up on the scores from yesterday. We had 3 games yesterday. The Auckland Huskies downed by the Southern Sharks 102 to 87. So a big win there for the Sharks. A tight one as the Hawke's Bay Hawks keep up their good run with an 82-80 win over Nelson Giants. And the Taranaki Mountaineers pick up their first win of the season, winning 91-62 over the Otago Nuggets. So tough one there for the Nuggets, who are now 3-2 in the table, sitting 6th. The Saints still 4-0 at the top, ahead of Hawke's Bay 3-0, so 3 wins and no losses there. With the Bulls and the Southern Sharks in the next 2 places. Manawatu Jets still looking for their first win of the season. Over in the rugby then, and a couple of re-signings by the Chiefs. Samasoni Takilaho, the hooker, has signed through till 2024, and Aidan Ross, the prop, who has been going really well is through till 2023, both of whom Clayton McMillan thinks should be looking at higher honours, i.e. we're talking about the All Blacks there. So good to see them there. Good to see in the live chat there, Scott Lindstrom. Go the Sharks in the basketball. Good to see the support there for them. Moving on then to the ANZ Premiership, I've gone and clicked on the wrong page. Sorry, folks. One game yesterday, as the Pulse continued to struggle. They lost to the Steel 52-56 in that one. The Pulse now with just one win from their 5 games this season. The top of the table is by the unbeaten Northern Stars, who are 4-0. Just been chased by the Northern Mystics and the Southern Steel, now up into 3rd. 2 more games today. The Tactics will take on the Mystics down in Christchurch at 6:15, and the Magic will take on the Stars in Tauranga at 8:15. Obviously, both of those on Sky. Check it up there. Asking Scott Lindstrom asking, is there any news on where the New Zealand Breakers will be playing in New Zealand when they come back? And no, I've not seen any reports on that. Sorry. As soon as I see it, I will bring it to you. Finally, then, let's move on to the NRL. And we had 3 games in the Magic round yesterday. The Storm beat the Dragons convincingly, 44-18. And the Panthers saw off the Titans in another big win, 48 to 12. Also, the Warriors took on the Eels, and let's have Richie from the Standoff Show bring us his post-match report.
Hi everyone, it's Rich from the Standoff Rugby League show at 8 p.m. on Wednesday nights. The Warriors have fallen to back-to-back defeats, suffering a loss to the Parramatta Eels 34-18. It was looking really bad for the Warriors early on as they went down 24-0 in the first half. The injection of Reece Walsh sparked a bit of life, and the Warriors put on 3 tries through Josh Curran, Ben Murdoch-Masila and Reece Walsh to make a little bit of a game of it. However, the Parramatta Eels were able to hang tough and ice the match with a further try. So it wasn't to be, and for the Warriors, and Parramatta Eels take the 2 points in this one.
Thank you very much. As Richie says, join them at 8 p.m. on Wednesday for the Standoff Show, followed by the Nick's newsletter at 9 p.m. Looking at the table then, Panthers still top with the 10 wins from the 10 games. Eels in second, and the Storm, Rabbitohs, Roosters, Dragons, Sea Eagles and Raiders round out the top 8. Warriors have dropped down to 10th with that loss. You have now started the day the best way up to speed with all of the important sports news. I'll be back at 7 a.m. tomorrow morning, and also with helping you start your day the best way. And also tomorrow at 8 p.m. we will have the Driving Mall show. Obviously not resignation, the retirement of Kieran Reid will be one of those topics that the boys will be talking about in that one. So do join them for the Driving Mall show at 8 p.m. on Tuesday.